Mr. Marley, what an absolute honor and a pleasure to be speaking with you.
Exchange.
Yeah, nice, nice. I see you have the catch a fire.
We got Catch a Fire up there. We got the box set with the
All right,
with
nice,
with the cigarette lighter, and you got a keyboard in
nice,
front of you.
nice, nice, nice.
We could nerd out, but I want to talk about this. At the age of 12, you lost your dad, and you've been dealing with the personal story, but also story of the icon. Your mother's story so often gets wrapped within your father's. You have a film that tries to talk about this one love and this one complicated line. Just wondering if you could talk about what it means for you to have this story being told on the big screen and at home, and what it was like emotionally for you to revisit this period of time of your childhood.
Well, for have it out into the world in this way is just my father had a big mind. Let's put it this way. My father had a big mind. So he would want to make a movie, so this is his movie. You know what I mean? I say, so it's just a continuation of the same thing within the arts. And it comes with a message behind it too. It's not just an entertainment, it's not just something done with frivolous intentions. It's done with serious intentions and with purpose. The purpose is to put the message of one love out there into the world, to have it in the consciousness of people. Even if they only see it on the billboard passing by, or if they see it in the movie, the message is there. So there's a purpose behind it, to which gives us even more feeling of duty and happiness when it is embraced, because we know them embracing not just the entertainment, but them embracing the idea of one love also, as them go through the experience. Being there, listen, that was an exciting part of my life. Like, it was an adventure. My father's life for me as a child, for me it's an adventure. For him it's life or death. But with me it's an adventure. So I really enjoy revisiting it, because it was action. It was fun for us, as children growing up in this time. It was really fun being around him.
What was your mom's reaction to this whole project? You've both obviously seen documentaries, you've seen other ways of doing, but this project feels special in a couple ways. One, it tells her story in a way that's so rarely told, and two, it absolutely leans in to the philosophy and the faith of Rastafarianism. I'm wondering if you could talk about her reaction to it and how you saw this navigating, what role you played in bringing these aspects to life in the film.
Her reaction was emotional. We were at the premiere in Jamaica, and we were watching it, and you could hear her crying, where she was. Yeah, so every now and again something happened and she just cry, because she live it, she know it, she know it to the deepest depths, because she gets shot, like she know it on the life and death. Just like Bob know it on the life and death, she knows it on the life and death too. Like, they both know the same thing, And so that connection was important to show in the film, and to make it be not a connection that is without equal. It's not like Bob, has all this power over Rita, or is, because he has all these women or whatever, and so Rita is just, no. It's an equal power in a way. It's a teamwork. So I think, it's really an inside look of his life in a way that you wouldn't get any other way, because our perspective is what we are showing. We're not showing your perspective. We're showing our perspective. And we're showing Neville Garrick was also with us, who was with him during this time. And so there were certain things that we wanted to make sure we hit on. Rastafari is one of them. The most important thing. The first thing come out of Kingsley's mouth is about Haile Selassie in the film. There's a reason why it's the first thing. Because that's what Bob is. Bob that. Yeah, but in that time, Bob is Haile Selassie. He's putting that out. So Yeah, man, it really done with respect and good. We pay a lot of attention. This is a real part of Bob, you know. It's not a made up part.
No movie is going to tell the entire story of your mom and your dad, or even your country and the culture. But one of the most extraordinary things I was in Kingston on your dad's birthday years ago, and Radio 1 was playing stuff that was in the vaults, and they're playing your dad doing country music, your dad doing gospel music. To think of him in a narrow way, to think of one particular sound that people have an idea of, he was an extraordinary musician who took in things all over the world, and the whole notion of what counted as authentic was foreign to him because he loved music, he loved people. I'm wondering if you could talk about that, about the misunderstandings that people have by creating a narrow vision. You talk about the narrow vision of your mom, but the narrow vision of your dad, of thinking of him, oh, he's just the guy that did a bunch of reggae music.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did. I remember this song, Milkshake and Potato Chips. We had, we put it up on his social there. I was just laughing at it. And some people never heard it before. You know what I mean? Listen, I guess in a way it's human nature to, you know, when you have someone like Bob, of Bob's stature within people's life, and they only know what they know. You know what I mean? It's hard for ask them to know something that they don't know. Or they didn't, it's hard for them. It's hard. So we come to do that. We come to show you something that you didn't know. And do it maybe for some people, most people, them love it. You know, some people are like, oh, that why you never show this? Like, oh, Bob was
why is Lee Perry in this movie and nobody talks about who the fuck Lee Perry is?
Oh, gosh.
I love that Blackwell's just referred to as Chris and nobody even talks about him. I mean, all of this stuff's happening.
Yeah.
So if you know, you know. But I got to ask you this, because the opportunity, let's not sleep on the fact that you are an incredible musician, that you have done incredible amounts in decades of bringing Jamaican culture and music and your music to the world. How do you respond when you sit back and listen to those records as a musician? Can you divorce the idea of the man and the icon of the man and that these are classic records? How do you listen to Exodus as a musician, as a fan of this music?
You know, that's exactly how I do it. As a fan, I mean, listen, there's time when it you know, the music bring back a melancholy sometimes, you know, because it started like, you know, you wish he was, you know, it never go so young at such a young age. So for hearing voice, you know, it touch your heart in a different way. For me, you know what I say? But most of the time, I listen as a fan and a musician and just enjoy not just my father, but the family man and the bass, Carlton and the drums. The musicians, woo! Some wicked musicians, you know what I say? So let's
give a shout out to the Wailers, shall we?
Yeah, sometimes I just take Bob out of the way, move Bob. And the musicianship, I mean, them teach me so much because it's a feel they play with, and they're on the same wavelength. And so when a so-called mistake is made, everybody's making a mistake at the same time, doing the same thing, and it's not a mistake; it's a spirit. It's just when you find musicians with us on that wavelength, it's magical, as we know. This is not something that is a regular thing.
The reason that record is my favorite of your dad's is because I have two versions of it. I have the version they recorded at Studio One, and I have the version that they recorded in London. And the overdubs for me make this album transcendent, but I love the original version too. These are two different accents of the same music. And the producer saw a way of taking the music and expanding it to a greater audience, but that takes nothing away from the core originality.
No, but the thing is that Bob was open to that.
Right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Because if you've never opened to that, it wouldn't happen. So the mindset is a evolved mindset. It's not a closed mindset. It's an evolved mindset. You know, so yeah, and a visionary. You have to have vision. You know, so yeah. Are the greatest thing that, yeah, man.
If there was one thing that you would encourage people that have only know legend, they only know the greatest hits. If there's something that you think that people should listen to or seek out about your dad, but also your mom's music, is there anything that sort of comes to mind immediately for them to dig up?
Oh, especially for my mom, cause my mom music for me is very it's a it's, it's soft, but it's powerful.
Yeah.
You
Like
know,
your mom.
that's what I like about it. It's like it don't sound, but it's powerful and it's very soothing. It's angelic. So I really would have asked them check out like album Harambe, my mom's album Harambe. Yeah, man, Fear music have a different spirit to it, you know. For my father, you know, him first. If them could have find something like him first songs, them, you know, one cup of coffee or Judge Not. Like hear him as before him become what you think, you know, what you know now. You know, hear him before that, you know. Start there, so, and then just feel the human being that's, you know, expressing himself, you know. Not the legend, you know, feel a human being, you know, in that way. So yeah, I would have said
I've
that.
taken up enough of your time, my friend. Respect.
Yeah, man. Respect, man. Thank you.
I'm talking to you from Toronto, where half of your cousins live now, man. So, so, so from a city which is completely and energized by Jamaican culture to a man who's done more than many to actually spread the word and spread the love. I'd like to thank you and congratulations on the film. So nice speaking with you.
Thank you, brother. Nice talking to you.